Greetings, YouTube. Happy Wallet Day. Have you ever heard of Wallet Day? You know, the day that you have to take out your wallet because you're too tempted to not buy things? Well, it's Class Catalyst Bundle Day. I haven't looked at these offers. You can see I've got in-game inbox messages, and you can also see that I've got, 5 new in-game preview deals. I don't know what you want to call them. But Class Catalyst days are the days that you all tell me you're waiting for. You don't need Tier 5 Basic. You don't need Tier 2 Alpha. You need Tier 5 Class Catalyst. And so we are going to start with the $20 Tier 4 Class Catalyst offer. This gets you 2 Tier 4 Mutant Catalyst Fragment Crystals. Guarantees at least 5% and up to 25% of a Tier 4 Mutant Catalyst. What kind of shady BS is this? Okay, let's continue. 2 Tier 4 Basics, 5 Tier 1 Alpha. What? This should be the price of at least 1, if not 2, guaranteed Tier 4 Class Catalyst of that specific class. For $30, Kabam has routinely given us a 4-star rank up generic gem to rank 5, which takes the place of not 1, not 2, but 3 fully formed Tier 4 Class Catalyst of that champion's class, or at least a 5-star upgrade to rank 3, which is also the equivalent of 3 Tier 4 Class Catalyst of the same class. So you're telling me for $20, if you get the worst you can do, for $20 you're getting 10% of a Tier 4 Class Catalyst of that specific class? 10% for $20? Which, if you do the math, that puts a Tier 4 Mutant, shall we say, at $200? What? YouTube, if this thing was $5, I'd think, no. $20? Am I missing something? I mean, you get some ISO and you get $10 worth of gold. So this kind of also tells me that this should be $10 at most. You're not getting 200,000 gold. You're not even getting your gold's worth. This is like a weird dream. Am I on something? Did I have like something in my hot chocolate this morning for breakfast that I didn't see? All right, for $40, is it the same? Okay, so here's the deal. We have seen for $50 a guarantee of 10% of a Tier 5 Class Catalyst, just a flat 10%. Limit 2, which normally means for $100, you get a 20% chance. So, $10 cheaper for half as much is really kind of strange. And I'm guessing a lot of people are going to get $40 for the 5%, when again, for $10 more for several times in the past 6 months especially, you got $50, 10%, which would be the equivalent, I guess, of this, if you get the worst possible, of $80 worth of a Tier 5. Now let's check out the other stuff. You get a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha, half of a Tier 5 Basic, some ISO, and 250,000 gold, which again is $25 worth of gold. Kabam is now making Selectors crystals. Do you realize how weird that is? So addicted to the Marvel Casino of Champions gambling that they're making class selectors into class crystal selectors, which I didn't even think was a thing. So let me tell you this. If you get this, and actually, let me just show you what I'm working with on this, right? So when I go to my inventory and I go to my catalysts, I have 2,500 exactly to form a mutant. So, even if I get the 5% mutant, the worst one for $40 and overpay essentially, I would still get what I need to form that. So for my specific instance, it's tempting. Let's see what's the thread of this. Oh, short amount of time remains for the side quest. We get that. These are for Cavalier, and the others are for Proven, because we're proven to be at least a little bit of chumps. Now here's the deal. Lord help me. If you're like me, and you can guarantee that you're forming a Tier 5 class catalyst, it's a C+, maybe B- offer. If you're looking to get guaranteed good value, this ain't it. Because you're overpaying for a 5%er. Now, I do think the fully formed Tier 2 Alpha retail price is about $10 to $15 on an everyday deal. And the half of a Tier 5 Basic is probably at least another $10 to $50. So if you look at it that way, you're kind of getting $30 worth of other items. And so maybe the $10 is kind of a good argument since you are controlling the class. Because no matter what, I'm going to form one. I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to post this video after this. That's what I'm going to do. But it's just fascinating to me that amongst selecting the class, you are still making a gamble. Now, let's talk about the final grading of this. If you get a 5%, which I'm guessing a lot of people will, and the drop rates for the different percentages should be listed according to Apple. They should tell you what's the percent that you're going to get 5 or 10 or 20, 25. If you get a 10%er, you're actually saving $10 versus what they would normally charge. You're actually getting like a B deal. Anything above 10%, you're getting an A deal. Like if you get 15 or 20 or 25% of a Tier 5 class catalyst for $40, that's an A+ deal. So if you can form one, it's like definitely a C+, B- in my case deal. If you get the 5%er for $40, you're looking at like a D+, maybe at best 70%. Everything above 5% is actually a good deal because it would technically be at least $10 USD before tax and conversion rates of currency, cheaper than what we've seen, which is $50. That is the retail price for a 10% Tier 5 class catalyst fragment selector. I will say that in the best $50 deal, if I'm remembering this correctly, and hopefully I am, you would also get a fully formed Tier 5 basic, and so this is only half of one. And sometimes you'd get multiple Tier 2 alphas, or at least 1.5, and we know that there's only half of a Tier 5 basic, though this is exactly what I need to form my next one, and obviously a fully formed is a fully formed. So I'm going to go for this to form my mutant and see what percent of this I get, even what this crystal looks like, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, the grade that you're going to get depends on your need of how close you are to forming your next Tier 5 class catalyst, and then, of course, what percent you land on in the gamble crystal will determine the value that you get. It is a Marvel Casino of Champions gamble on this Saturday. I am intrigued by it. I am fascinated by it. I am here for it. But if you get the 5%, which I'm probably going to get, you're getting ripped off a little bit. Still like a D+, C-. It's not an F. This dang thing, this is like an F-. That's like mugging somebody in the back alley and taking their wallet. That's the scam of the week. All right, there you have it, YouTube. What are your thoughts on this? Thanks for watching. Have a good one.